Legalization of marijuana in the Philippines, a constructive speech. Marijuana is one of the most abused drugs in the world. There is an ever-growing gap between the latest science about marijuana and the myths surrounding it. Some people think that since it is legal in some places, it must be safe. But your body doesn't know an illegal drug from a legal drug. It only knows the effect that the drug creates once you have taken it. Is it rightful to legalize marijuana in the Philippines? As a Filipino, I am against with this issue. According to Republic Act Number 9165, an act instituting the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, repealing Republic Act Number 6425, otherwise known as the Dangerous Drug Act of 1972, it is the policy of the state to safeguard the integrity of its territory and the well-being of its citizenry, particularly the youth, from the harmful effects of dangerous drugs on their physical and mental well-being, and to defend the same against acts or omissions detrimental to their development and preservation. In view of the foregoing, the state needs to enhance further the efficacy of the law against dangerous drugs, it being one of today's more serious social ills. In terms of physician perspective on marijuana's medical use, there is no such thing as medical marijuana. The dangers and risks of marijuana use are well known by the scientific community. Even if they are downplayed by corporate interests wishing to get rich of legalization, apathy, lost productivity, addictive disease, deterioration in intellectual function, motor vehicle accidents, and psychosis are all among the negative outcomes. Marijuana use in pediatric populations remains an ongoing concern, and marijuana use by adolescents has known medical, psychological, and cognitive side effects. Marijuana alters brain development, with detrimental effects on brain structure and function, in which that are completely understood. Marijuana smoke contains tar and other harmful chemicals, so it cannot be recommended by physicians. Smoking marijuana may also reduce the respiratory system immune response, increasing the likelihood of the user acquiring respiratory infections, including pneumonia. One study found that frequent marijuana smoker users use more sick days than other people often use of respiratory illnesses. More importantly, marijuana also contains 33 carcinogens. However, it is not associated with an increased risk for lung cancer for light to moderate users. As a typical user inhales more smoke and holds it longer than he would a cigarette, a joint cigarette has a severe impact on the lungs. Aside from the discomfort that goes with sore throats and chest colds, it has been found that smoking one joint gives as much exposure to cancer-producing chemicals as smoking 4 to 5 cigarettes. The mental consequences of marijuana use are equally severe. Marijuana smokers have poorer memories and mental aptitude than do non-users. Recent studies on young adults that smoke marijuana found abnormalities in the brain related to emotion, motivation, and decision-making. Every year, over 25 women in the United States are beaten and abused by their bong-using boyfriends, husbands, or partners. A new study conducted by National Coalition Against Domestic Violence discovered that the rich chemicals present in hemp, known as THC, caused these men to become physically abusive. As stated by National Institute on Drug Abuse in 2004, using marijuana leads to an impaired coordination, along with altered mood and perception with difficulty with thinking and problem solving. It also leads to disrupted learning and memory. Impaired coordination may lead to doubling the risk of injury or death while driving a car. Moreover, according to SIAL, long-term users of marijuana may potentially lead to permanent detrimental effects on thinking and memory. The evidence clearly indicates that long-term marijuana use can lead to addiction. Indeed, approximately 9% of those who experiment with marijuana will become addicted. According to the criteria for independence in Diagnostic and Statistical Manual Mental Disorders, 4th edition, the number goes up about 1 in 6 among those who start using marijuana as teenagers and 25 to 50% among those who smoke marijuana daily. According to the 2012 National Survey on Drug Use and Health, an estimated 2.7 million people 12 years of age and older met the DSM criteria for dependence on marijuana. There is also recognition of a bona fide cannabis withdrawal syndrome, which makes cessation difficult and contributes to relapse. Early and regular marijuana use predicts an increase of risk of marijuana addiction, which in turn predicts an increased risk of the use of other illicit drugs. As compared with persons who begin to use marijuana in adulthood, those who begin in adolescence are approximately 2 to 4 times as likely to have symptoms of cannabis dependence within the 2 years after first use. Why take the risk of legalizing marijuana? It is only giving a bad idea to teens, parents, and families. Increased drug use, negative health effects, and negative effects on families are all the outcomes of legalizing marijuana. So think about this. Will it put a negative effect on your family? Will it increase drug use by people? Will it affect teens and their ability to learn? Will it make you depressed and have a higher risk of cancer? Yes, it will.